It was lovely. The food was outstanding. It was a wonderful time. Thank you.
Is there anyone else?
I have a question about with our finances and stuff. Last month it was brought up that we had an audit that was not done. We paid over $60,000 for something that was not completed. Are we in the process of collecting at least some of that money back that we paid for an audit that we're not getting? I can't see us paying for something that they haven't done. So are we in the process of collecting at least some of what we paid to these people back? Second was brought up last month also was the paving of Thompson Hill Road, and that developer was supposed to be reimbursing the town for that paving. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but if that's true, what process are we in to get that money back so it's not following on the sides that we don't get this money back? And going back to the first thing about paying for the auditor, what steps has the town board started to make sure that this does not happen again? Why are we paying for, before we get an audit, paying for it beforehand? Shouldn't we get our audit first and then pay for the service? I don't understand how we pay for the service and then not get anything back. So are we in the process of at least collecting some of the money back that we paid for this audit that was never done? Or we're out of the money?
Right. We're out of the money. There's nothing in the process here right now to be going after to recoup any of the money from either Toski or Wojcicki for the work that they have completed.
And why is that? Is it because it's going to cost too much for a lawsuit to
They
get the
did
money
work.
back that they didn't do any work?
No, they did work, and they were paid for the work that they had done. It did not provide us with a complete picture of what we were anticipating
Okay.
because of the condition of the books.
Okay.
So it was determined, I think, and pretty clearly described that we're at a point now where how far do you try to dig into this thing? Or are we going to establish a time frame and move forward with it? And I think that was the general consensus of opinion as to
Okay, so I understand the audit was like in 2013, 2012. When did they stop looking into this and inform the town that they were no longer going to do the audit because the books were so bad? And then we're just finding out the last month that it was never done. And what are we doing to correct this so this does not happen again?
George? Do you have an easy answer to that?
I don't know an easy answer to assure something which is never ever happens again. But one of the best ways to go through the process is make sure that our financial house is in order, so that we have auditable financials to then have an opinion expressed on it. Because when you're hiring an auditor to then put together your books, to then hand them to an external auditor, you've already kind of stepped beyond the
That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, what are we going to do if we hire somebody to do the work again, and then nobody asks what's going on?
well,
Like a report of going on from date time from time to time, not only auditors, but anything else we do. Why are we going to pay for a job, and then nobody asks, how's it going? What are we doing? There should be steps and boundaries or checks that this work is being completed. And we felt the town did not do that. I mean, we had to wait until last month to find out that the audit wasn't done. How long did the auditor knew that they weren't going to do
There
it
was-
because the books were so messed
There
up?
was more to that money than just a simple audit. Much of the money was spent on Wojcicki to try to organize the books to a point where an audit could be done. And then it was determined that an audit, a certified audit, could not be done for the reason that, help me here, the third party,
internally, there was no internal financial statement signed off on to be audited as an annual.
How long did they know this information before they, let the town board know? Was
You
it
know, it
days,
me, I
weeks,
would
months,
also,
years?
before I walked in the building, just looking at the financial reports on our website, this was not on.
Right.
The beginning of the year, the answer to the question, the work, or the beginning of the year, the work was asked to be stopped because we were not going to be able to get a true certified audit from the work that we just had provided.
Okay, so that was done in the beginning of the year, and we were just notified last month that this was basically stopped. We weren't going to do anymore.
If you send me an email, I can send you a transcript of that meeting, of the meeting with the auditors. And there's a lot of information in there that you might find valuable.
Right.
But one of the things that they said was that we could get a disclaimer of opinion on the financial statements. And I was wondering if we were going to pursue that. I haven't had a chance to talk to the supervisor or to George about it, but I would love to get this disclaimer of opinion because it basically says that, he said, this Mr. Kemp from Tosca, he said you have no internal controls and you will identify material weaknesses, and there will be a litany of findings in the back which will spell out the issues. And I would love to get that. George, are you checking into that at all? The disclaimer of opinion?
A disclaimer of opinion really doesn't give you anything to rely upon. And I think what he's describing is we could take the audit standards and they could just print out a copy of the audit standards to tell them this, you're not complying with these audit standards. They don't actually have, in the current accounting structure or instructions, the ability to come in and actually help you solve the problem. Sometime back in the 1990s or the maybe the first year of 2000, auditors were still allowed to be retained to work on internal books. The audit standards changed about 2001 to make that inappropriate. It was thought to be aligned with the process on independence there. I just wanted to get back to one other thing. What we have also done is the board hired an auditor, Russo, to do an audit for 2013. He did no work. He called me up in May to try to start this work. Basically cut him off at the point where we have our annual update document internally produced. We are not in a position to be audited. No cost to spend.
Okay, but this Mr. Kemp also said that he was adamant about it. He said we were owed a credit of something. And
From who?
he said we are owed a credit of something from Tosca. Sorry, Joe Kemp is from Tosca. He said it several times. He said, you're owed a credit of something. He said, I don't know what it is. And he said you're allowed, he said you earned some type of credit. He doesn't know what it is, but he said we're owed a credit of something, and I think we should find out what that is.
Yeah, we can check into that.
Even if it's $5,000, I mean, we'll take it.
Well, they're billing us an outstanding bill of $5.5 grand from the house.
I think they waived, I think we saw something where they waived,
We're waiving it.
the last bill for they gave us, credit.
$5,500.
We owed them $5 grand, they
Yeah.
said we don't know, if they don't pay it, that's the credit.
Okay.
That was good. And I thought we had asked them, Mary Ann, maybe we had more conversation with them for a price on, getting just a disclaimer letter.
Right.
And I thought we asked them during that meeting if they would give us a quote on what that would cost. I mean, the general consensus, and I think by the board, is they don't want to pay anything additional.
Right.
But my feeling is I would be willing to pay something additional. I know there's nothing put in the budget for it, but, I think it would have been a good idea to pay a little extra money for them to be able to give us a different opinion to summarize what they did for the year period, which might even been longer for the year period than they did. But, we stopped them from doing any work and told them we're done. And I don't know if it's possible to ever get them to give us with a little more of a formal report and letting us know the inefficiencies and where we need help. I understand we're not going to solve our problems, but I would be extremely interested in hearing from them what the problems are, as opposed to having CFAC, start from scratch and build up all these internal procedures. I would like them to have a document to look at that tells us where we're lacking.
I think that's what they were saying, that disclaimer of opinion
Right.
would be. And I think George said something at the meeting about, we could get that information ourselves out of the yellow book.
We really don't need to pay them to look at our deal. They were not giving specific info about the town. They were just saying the town doesn't have this particular structure, this structure, this structure. They can't answer the questions, what do you mean by that?
If they found things during the audit and what they found, would they be able to let us know what they discovered? That would be in the disclaimer report.
I know it sounds weird, but that's the structure of the limitations. You can either have a withdrawal where they provide no opinion, or they provide a letter that says these are no use, these measures can't be relied on in any way, shape, or form. And here are the 15 standards of method violating potential. But they can't dig into each of those criteria to determine whether they're illegal.
But they could give us a list. We would have to pay for the list of the 15 items that they found that we
It
were.
wouldn't be the 15 that found, but list of 15 items that they before them would be in violation of. This is their new house, we can pull in violation. So, like I said, it's the same thing we can pull off the element ourselves and say, here are the standards we're supposed to comply.
Do we have a plan or staff available to do that?
Yes. What I'm hoping for is the board to rescind the audit engagements with Costi, Majeski, and Russo officially, because right now, those are still the engagements that are active. Try to move forward when you have those. I want to get credit back when we have actually terminated their engagement. Hoping that happens.
I think what I want to clear up one of the other items that we had was the confusion over the blacktop on Thompson Hill Road. As I understand it, when the Mansfield Roundabout was put in, Thompson Hill Road was going to be used as an alternate route over different periods of time, while traffic would not be able to go through the construction area. Thompson Hill Road was in such disrepair at the time that it required work for the motoring public. A decision was made, I believe, by our town engineer at the time, and they worked with Craig Manning to get prices to top that road so that it could be used for temporary use. Jeff, if there's anything other than that that you can add, or if I don't have it correctly, but I think that I want to be able to put this issue to bed if there's any confusion as to over why the work was done.
The recollection is Manix Road was used as a temporary detour around, Thompson Hill Road was used as a temporary detour while the roundabout was being built, and Route 4 was closed at the time for a long weekend and some interim periods of time. The town engineer at the time just made a determination that the road was in such poor condition that it needed to be upgraded before that work happened, before pushing all the cars down. The town board did pass a resolution after getting bids from Reifenberg, the contractor at the time, and actually town forces helped on that project by hauling some of the asphalt away as they built the roadway. So it was passed.
And I just have one other thing about public discussions. And then right after having it, you're having a meeting, people are already made up their mind. And I thank Mr. Gilbert here to point out that you people know more than anything else here, and maybe we should save time. It's 9 o'clock now and we're not even done, to save the public hearings because we're not smart enough to put our public opinion, people are smarter, already made up their mind. Thank you, Mr. Gilbert, for bringing that up, that we're not intelligent enough to voice our opinions. That's the thing is, we're here to voice our opinions. You people are here to listen to our opinions. By having a vote today, after listening to our opinions, you've already made up your mind. So what we say doesn't matter to you people. That's what a public hearing is supposed to be.
Well, that's a
You're
perception.
supposed, no, you're supposed, public hearing
I've got to
is,
stop you for a moment, sir, because we do have, qualified engineers helping us with these decisions that we are making, all right? Now, this particular situation with the rate increases has already been reviewed, and the estimates have been provided to us by LaBarber Associates that this is what we should be doing as a town. And it's,
I'm not saying on this, I'm saying in general, things that have happened this year. You ask for a public opinion, people are giving their public opinion. Don't investigate what they have to say, because right after the public opinion, you vote on it. Or in some cases, you vote before you were supposed to have the public opinion. That's what I'm saying. Public opinion is what these people feel. You should listen to what they have to say and see what they are saying is valid. You're not. Overall, you're having an open meeting and then right away you're voting. So you're not listening to what the people are here. There's a lot of intelligent people in this town. They have some good ideas. They have some questions. Maybe questions that you didn't get the answer that these people are asking. You should listen to the people in town of East Greenbush before going right away and making decisions.
that's what we've been elected to do, make decisions, and that's why we have
But you're
oversight.
supposed to also listen to the town that elected you. You're supposed to listen to these people. That's why you come knocking on the door. Vote for me because I'm going to do this. The people expect you to listen to them. That's why you have an open meeting to say, all right, what are your questions? What are your answers? Maybe we can answer. Maybe we didn't think of this. Then go back and discuss it. Not all of a sudden say, you know what, we're going to have an open discussion, but we've already really made up our minds. I mean, that's what you people are doing. Now, if that's the case, don't have a public meeting. Save the people time, effort. Why should we waste our breath if you're not going to listen to us because you've already made up your mind? You have all these great engineers and everything else. But you don't, you're not doing what the town voted you to do. We asked you to do these, you're supposed to follow what we want. Not decide what you decide. What you want to personally do, that's fine. But you have to listen to what the majority of the people want to do. By having these public meetings and then all of a sudden vote, you're not listening to us. You've already made up your mind, you're already doing what you want to do. That's all I have to say. Listen to the people. Maybe next year you will. Maybe things will change. I doubt it. But you're supposed to listen to the people that elect you.